opinion about it. Like, how free is your will? What do you think? Anyone would like to go first?
Yes, Meenuji.
Yes, Ashmiji. Yes.
Okay.
Welcome.
Free will, your question is, what's
How
our
free
free
is
will?
our will? Yeah, how free is our will? Do you think we have free will?
Yes, we have free will without knowing the consequences. So
Okay.
later when we evolve, then we find out what are the consequences. But free will,
Right.
yeah.
So, yes, Gitanjali, would you like to add something to that?
Yes, Meenaji. So I think, yes, we have that free will, but we ourselves only stop. I mean, because of the situation and circumstances, we are the one we stop ourselves only. That what is
So
going to happen
isn't that also free will? That you're stopping yourself?
Yes, that is also free will. Yes, right. That's it. Yeah.
So, okay. Anybody else? Kailashi, would you like to give your view about free will?
Meenuji,
Yes.
I'm a little confused about choice or free will. Like this is what should I say? It's overlapping. Choice and free will. Can you explain that? Then I will be participating aggressively.
Okay. Let's see what comes up now. Yes, Shabanaji, what do you think? Do you think you have your free will in place, or what is it?
Yeah, I think we always have the free will, but it is like very often we are not present to it like that. We are doing it. We are often like, get busy, and then we are like, we have to do, like, every time there is a have to do, it's like we are not practicing the free will, or we are not present to it.
No, but then that is also free will, isn't it? That I have to do it, isn't it?
No, I'm saying at that time we are not present to it.
Yeah, that is true.
But often we don't practice it like that. I have a free will.
We don't pay attention to it, that I'm exercising my free will, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes, Amina ji, good morning. Do you think you have a free will?
Good morning. I didn't know what the topic was, but if you talk about free will, yes at times and no at times. Because when, you're serving someone, that is serving is, working for your family, then it is by compulsion and sometimes out of will that you do it.
Right.
But if you do it for yourself, you're doing it of your own free will, because you know what action, what goals are there, which actions have to be taken in order to fulfill short-term and long-term goals. So makes a difference.
Good morning, Rajwin. How are you?
So nice topic today.
Yes. So what do you think? Do you think you have free will?
Yeah, I have the free will to do anything that I want.
Okay.
But of course there's sometimes there's a lot of negative but the beauty is I have learned over the years. I have learned because I've got cerebral palsy also, and I've learned that people are not going to change.
So that is beyond your free will. That is not part of your free will. That's their free will that they don't want to change.
So I have I have freedom to speak.
Right.
That's my free will. I have freedom to go to these courses. I have freedom to listen to music. A freedom to express my pain.
Yes. Great. Thank you for that. Vasanji, would you like to add something? Usha ji, Vasanji, Kailash ji. Good morning, Vasanji.
There are constraints, but with free will.
Ji. So do you think we have it or we don't? Yes, Kailash ji, would you like to add something to it? Okay, I'll just talk a little. Yes, yes, sir. Your voice is not audible.
मेरे हिसाब से फ्री विल नहीं है अब तो सामने वाले का मुंह देख करके ही बात करनी पड़ती है
जी जी. So there are like two lines of thought about it कि है या नहीं है, ये तो एक constant debate चलती रहती है. But what I have understood, bottom line is कि बहुत limited free will है. We have it, but it's in a very limited scope. देखो, दो तरह के बिहेवियर होते हैं. एक तो होता है इंस्टेंट रिएक्शन, जैसे कोई आपकी आईज में लाइट पड़ती है तो आपका इंस्टेंट रिएक्शन होता है. कहीं पे चोट लगती है तो आप इमीडिएटली पीछे हट जाते हो. किसी जरा से भी टच हुआ, कोई गर्म चीज से आपका हाथ लगता है तो आप एकदम से हाथ पीछे कर लेते हो. वो इंस्टेंट रिएक्शन होता है. सो इट इज देयर, वहां पे कोई फ्री विल एक्सरसाइज नहीं होती. और दूसरा होता है कि आपकी ब्रेन जो है कॉन्स्टेंटली जो है, हमें लगता है कि हमने इंस्टेंट डिसीजन लिया कि वी हैड अ सिचुएशन इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस एंड वी रिएक्टेड इमीडिएटली टू इट, बट दैट इज नॉट सो. दिमाग में ना बहुत कुछ पहले चल रहा होता है, बहुत सारी एक्टिविटी हो रही होती है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, द कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ दैट, वी मेक आवर चॉइस, एंड दोज एक्टिविटीज इन आवर ब्रेन आर बेस्ड ऑन पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस, what we have been through. So we get conditioned according to our circumstances, childhood say. So then we react to situations according to that. So again, our free will becomes limited. It is based on on our past experiences. So एक अलग से ही जो है ना, एक तो होता है instant reaction किया, एक होता है it is being built up. But at that moment, when we are given the chance to exercise it, we feel कि हमने instant decision लिया है, वो आता है. बट instant decision कुछ भी नहीं होता. वो हमारा ऑलरेडी माइंड, हमारे मेकअप में, हमारे बीइंग में वो सारा कुछ होता है. And then as Ashmiji has asked about choices and free will, every situation gives us a choice. We always have the option कि हमने पार्टी में जाना है या नहीं जाना, हमने किसी को कॉल करना है या नहीं करना. देयर इज ऑलवेज टू थिंग्स, करो या ना करो. अब उस मोमेंट में whatever you are doing, or how are you reacting to the situation, that will again be built up by your internal system, your internal past experiences, your internal thoughts, your internal जो भी आपके interpretations होते हैं, जो भी आप whatever you have been through, how they have affected you. Your whole being is colored by that. So then, in that moment, you make an instant choice. Okay, I'm going to do A or I'm going to do B. So do you agree with that, Ashmi ji?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Choice is always presented to us. But in that moment, how we decide, what we decide, that matters a lot. So free will जो है, इसको you can see there are like a few conditions for free will. उसमें एक thought आ जाता है कि I can do something else. I don't have to do A, I can do B as well. So we feel we are free. I can choose this or I can choose that. There are two alternate courses, और मैं कुछ भी कर सकती. So like as I said, the instant reaction, उसके ऊपर हमारा कोई control नहीं है. If we touch something hot, we will pull our hand back. That's an instant reaction. That is different. That is not free will. Here, what we are doing is we are choosing between two different things, we are in that space that, yes, I can do something else. So, and then we feel that we have control over our choice. But we need to have that control over that choice, because the one who is deciding to do what they want to do, they should be the one, they should not be pressurized by anything else. Then our free will is there. दूसरों लोगों की इंटरफेरेंस नहीं होनी चाहिए हमारे डिसीजन में, then we are exercising free will. So, and we can also that we should not respond to our old experiences, जो reasons हमने create कर रखे हैं mind में, we should not be bound to them. So if we are affected by past experiences, then it is not a free will. अब हमने कहा कि we have to choose someone for a marriage, or we've got the offer of a few jobs, we need to choose from there. So our decision should be rational. It should not be instant, just going by the look of it. So I cannot toss a coin, okay, fine, I'm going to marry A person or a B person. If I have specific reasons and ideas why I'm choosing to marry A or why I'm choosing to marry B, then I'm exercising free will. जहाँ मैं खुद अपने thoughts process से I'm understanding it. So like it seems a very simple thing, okay, free will hai, yes karo, no karo, but uske niche, behind the scenes, a lot of things are going on. And it is not that you'll have all these choices, ki you are understanding it rationally, or you're not being influenced. Everything will not work together. Kuch na kuch influence to rahega hi wo. So any thoughts about this? Anybody would like to add anything more to this? Yes, Vinay, good morning. Do you have any thoughts about how free is your will?
No, I just joined.
Yeah. So no, but just give your opinion. How free do you feel your will is?
Free will, I think मुझे जो लगता है कि free will concept बहुत ज़्यादा hyped है और बहुत ज़्यादा subdued भी है at the same time. But what I really believe that, you know, we always have a choice in the matter, despite of the difficult situations or whatever situations comes up for our lives, which we call it as a destiny. And but we always have a choice in the matter at each moment. So when we are practicing those choices, I think that is a place where we are doing a free will. For example, if we are not well and we are destined to you know, have some kind of you know, physical ailment at some point in time, then we have a choice in the matter, either to suffer or either to remain joyous and cure ourselves and be careful. So this is what I believe in free will.
So look, we each of us, we are always seeking for happiness. Thank you for sharing all that, Vinay. It is very much relevant. We are always seeking happiness, and whatever choice is offered to us, we will choose the one जिससे हमें लगता है कि हमें खुशी मिलेगी. So there we feel, yes, we are exercising our free will. But it is an illusion also that I am exercising my free will. We cannot see those behind the scene wale influences, environment का क्या effect हो रहा है, लोगों का क्या effect हो रहा है, उनकी बातों का क्या effect हो रहा है, उनको हम उस moment में consider नहीं करते. In that moment we feel कि yes, मैंने choice बनाई है. And whatever choice you are making, आप A choose कर रहे हो, B choose कर रहे हो, जो भी है, it is showing your personality. It is showing your values कि आप कहाँ से आ रहे हो. And you cannot negate them. All of those values, all of your influences, जो भी environment में रहे हैं, that is what makes you. So जो भी आप moment में कर रहे हो, उसकी depth बहुत सारी होती है. तो instant free will कुछ भी नहीं होता. It is a gradual build up of you. What are you? वो पीछे से आ रहा है. जो unseen जो होता है ना, iceberg का tip दिखता है हमने, iceberg जो है वो सारा नीचे होता है. And that is what is forming you, your personality, your choices. So character comes in a lot over here. Your circumstances come in a lot about what are the choices you're making. what is the best match at that moment with your thoughts and the circumstances. So, and you know, it is needed also. This thought of having a free will, this is needed also at times, because then you can depend, you can like expect people to behave in a certain kind of regularity. Predictable हो जाती है लोगों का behavior भी उसकी वजह से. When you accept the concept of free will, it exists. So you know कि if I do something, ये reaction मिलेगा मुझे सामने से. तो दूसरे के ऊपर भी you are able to, like, you have that capability of understanding and accepting, okay, the other person will react and I can also react in certain way. So आपका free will is again influenced by that. Yes. So it brings in an element of responsibility also when we are exercising our free will. This is something that we need to take more of responsibility. Then if we are exercising the free will, we need to be able to accept the responsibility also that I chose this, and if it has not worked out, I need to resolve it. What happens कि हमने free will से जो भी किया, it didn't work out, then we find victims. Okay, it's because of you I chose this. You start blaming others. So that should not be there. So free will के साथ एक responsibility attached होती है. उसके साथ हमें accept करना पड़ेगा कि this is how my life has moved on because of the choice I made. Of course, it is good to feel कि things could have gone differently if I had done that. हमारे में वो regret तो हमेशा रहता है कि oh, if I had chosen that option, it would have been better. Or if I had done it some other way, it would have been different. That is always a thought. It's a sort, you could say, comfort pillow to fall on. कि yes, there was a choice. But it is never a choice. We are always guided by a higher power. हमें बहुत limited मिलती है कि चलो आपने इस रूट से जाना या उस रूट से जाना. जो भी हमने एक्सपीरियंस करना है वो उस रूट पे भी मिल जाएगा, दूसरे पे भी मिलेगा. Maybe in a different form, but we will have to experience whatever we have to go. So free will is just a fallacy, I feel. It is to encourage you to understand, to feel that you are in charge of your life. Oh, I made the choice, but it is not so. There is a lot of hidden depth, hidden powers that are guiding it. So even we feel that idea that, okay, I could have done things otherwise, it's just to comfort ourselves. That yes, I had the choice and I chose to do this. We don't get into the blame. Yes, Vinay, what do you want to add to that?
I just want to add one thing that we are connected, and that is one. And the moment we say that, is there a free will or is this a destined way of doing? तो उससे पीछे का जो थॉट है ना कि मेरे को फ्री विल चाहिए, तो कहीं ना कहीं से आप स्टक ऑलरेडी महसूस कर रहे हो, तभी फ्री विल मांग रहे हो. Otherwise, you would not have asked for the free will. Otherwise, the question of free will would not have come, or whether it is a free will or a destined will. वो क्यों हो रहा है? Because कहीं ना कहीं you're already stuck. So what you're saying is making some sense where when we are in the flow and the scheme of the huge things that we are all one, and we are just going with the flow. तो आप free will exercise कर भी रहे हो, नहीं भी exercise कर रहे हो. Contextual चीजें हैं. जैसे आप connected में, let's say if my life is connected with right now at few participants at Consciously Positive, और उसके बाद धीरे धीरे expand करता हूँ, अपने zones को expand करता रहता हूँ. Actually हम अगर अपने आप को देखते हैं, who we are all connected beings. You know, we are all, और अब साइंस ने प्रूव भी कर दिया कि our subconscious minds हमारे सभी के connected हैं एक दूसरे के साथ. तो कल भी हमने कहीं सीखा था. तो अब क्योंकि हमें पता चलता है, क्योंकि because we think that we want free will, तो we want to dissociate with some other person. इसलिए हमें free will चाहिए. अरे यार मेरे को वो बंदा पसंद नहीं है यार, मैं अपने हिसाब से जिंदगी को जीना चाहता हूँ. My wife, I don't like my wife's behavior, that's why I want to live my free life of mine. तो वो free will की जो चाहत है, वो अपने आप में बता रहा है कि you're already stuck.
Right.
But the moment,
so you want to escape the circumstances,
exactly,
so exercising your free will.
Exactly. And the second is the moment you are connected to the whole scheme of things, then the question of free will never come. That is a paradox.
So this is, free will jo hai, it is something about being awakened and remaining in that unawakened state. Like we can say, if we like really let go of this thought that we don't have free will, हमें तो कोई गाइड कर रहा है, तो मैं तो कुछ कर ही नहीं रही हूँ, एक हायर पावर मुझे गाइड कर रहा है. It gives you a license to do whatever you want. मैंने तो मर्डर कर दिया, मेरा मन नहीं था, मुझे गाइडेंस मिली, a higher power guided me to do that murder. So I am like jettisoning the responsibility associated with it. I'm putting the blame entirely on something beyond me, कि मेरे पास है ही नहीं. And this is the difference between an awakened and an unawakened person. An unawakened person will do all the lower activities and then it can put it, okay, I didn't do it. But when you are awakened, you understand that you have a moral responsibility. And then when you exercise your free will, you are aligned to the higher power and you are doing what the universe wants you to do. So a fully awakened person has a very powerful free will. But if you are unawakened, you are just caught up in the rigmarole of life, जो भी हो रहा है, यहाँ पे सब कुछ चल रहा है. You are involved in that. And then you are exercising your own choices. वो free will नहीं आ जाती. It is your choice that you want to do something wrong. और इसी में जब destiny आप कहते हो, destiny is something, okay, destiny आपकी मिली है, you have been born in a poor family. We feel accepted as a destiny, okay, my circumstances are like that, I have to remain over here, limited है मेरा सब कुछ जो भी है. Now it is your choice if you want to improve yourself. If you want to put in that hard work, so you are exercising your free will to improve yourself. So their free will come to help you raise your destiny. You don't need to remain stuck in those circumstances. We've seen so many children, they've come up from poor families, especially nowadays जो programs होते रहते हैं, Indian Idol वगैरह. So there are so many who have come from very low backgrounds, but they have been able to take charge of their life. Free will वहाँ पे exercise किया, choices make किए उन्होंने कि I can improve myself, raise myself from this circumstances जहाँ में मैं पैदा हूँ. अब now a person born in a rich family, he will have everything. तो उसको लगता है कि there is nothing to do at all. तो उसने free will और आगे चीजें और like we might get into wrong company, choose wrong activities. उसमें वो अपना free will exercise कर रहा है. He is not appreciating that I have been given the advantage of a good family. तो मुझे इसको अपने आप को और raise करना है. So when you are stuck in that world, in that unawakened state, you remain mired in it. You're not exercising your free will to improve yourself further. You're taking everything for granted. Okay, comfort चाहिए, happiness चाहिए, वो मिल रहा है, इसके आगे कुछ और है ही नहीं. So you remain in an unawakened state. But if you're learning, if you're coming from a space of suffering, you have to learn something and you're taking advantage of it, then your free will is getting stronger. So that is the like destiny or free will का ये होता है कि destiny is there. You can use your free will to either take it downwards or take it upwards. That is where free will comes in. Stars का भी होता है, बहुत effect होता है, destiny वही create करती है. But how you react to your circumstances, that either strengthens your stars or weakens them. So destiny can be changed. So where you're born is your destiny, but how you manage your life after that can be according to your will. मैं क्या चाहता हूँ अपनी life में. So, and that thought comes only in that awakened state. So major decisions जो है, they are aligned to destiny. They are oriented by it. But how you take it forward, that is totally up to you.
मीनू जी,
Yes, anyone? हाँ जी.
मैं इसके बारे में एक बात पूछ रही हूँ आपसे, जो अभी आपने कहा, इसमें हायर पावर का क्या रोल है?
हायर
अगर अपनी ही करनी है, अपनी फ्री विल से करना है या अपनी विल से करना है, तो उसमें हायर पावर कहाँ स्टैंड करती हैं, वो क्या है?
देखो, if God was to give us our destiny, if God is like a very benevolent being, he's very loving, caring, so why would he write suffering into it? He would not write suffering into anybody's destiny. But what we do as souls when we come over here onto earth, we are mired in all our circumstances. सब में वो हम उल्टे सीधे काम करते हैं. We get into troubles. We are giving hurt to somebody. We are receiving hurt from somebody else. तो हम इसी में फंसे रह जाते हैं. So God gives us opportunity to make those choices कि okay, improve yourself. Come out of this. That is his role over there कि आपके रास्ते खोलते हैं. अब हमें पता है कि if I go into spirituality, I will improve, I will get better, I will gain happiness. But it is my choice. I want to go into meditation or I want to go to that party. वो choice हमें मिलती है. So God is creating those things. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि two things come in. It is either I, that is through my ego, I am doing what I want to do, or I'm surrendering to the universe to guide me to what is the right path. अब जो right path है, everyone knows कि meditation में जाओगे, spirituality में जाओगे तो आपकी life improve होएगी because peace of mind will come in. But if you're choosing to remain in the world, बहुत सारी issues हैं आसपास, उनको हमें deal करना भी पड़ेगा सबके साथ, देखना भी पड़ेगा, responses देने भी पड़ेंगे, suffer भी करना पड़ेगा. So either we are going through ego or we are surrendering. Those are the two options which are very clearly there. So Neelamji, does that answer what you wanted to know? So यहाँ पे karmic law जो है वो बहुत prevalent हो जाता है, strong हो जाता है कि आपने कर्मास क्या create किए हैं, उनको तो आपको fulfill करना ही पड़ेगा. God gives you, like, facilitates the process. It tries to make it easier for you. God जो है, they try to make it easier कि okay, इस तरफ जाओगे तो it will be easier to deal with things. So the paths are always available. Life lessons तो हमने सीखने ही हैं. How we learn them, that becomes our choice. और हमने हमारी journey क्या है, A to B तो है ही. From A we have to go to B, that is amalgamation with the divine. That is the B part. A is the beginning of a journey. Now I can divert to B. So then the universe will conspire to bring you back to the main path, A to B वाला. हमें वापस ले, but we are not satisfied. हम कुछ और choose कर लेते हैं, which will divert us on from the path. D पे चले गए हम, फिर वहां से हम E पे पहुंच गए, F पे पहुंच गए. But किसी ना किसी तरह the universe will work to bring you back to the original A to B वाला path. तो ठीक है, हमने choices किया, थोड़ा सा digress हो गए, changes आ गए हमारी life में, but ultimately we will have to be brought back to the original path. And the universe is always conspiring to bring you back to that original path. And when we come back to the path, we come in an awakened state. हमने B, C, D, E, F, G सब experience कर लिया, सबसे धक्के खा लिए और समझ आ गई कि जो A to B वाला path है वही सही है. We have to be on that path again. So वो सारा B, C, D, E, F is essential also to help you release your ego. We all are full of that. Or finally, we are brought to that space of surrender.
Got it. Thank you.
देखो, all of us are facing problems, suffering. उसके बिना, like yesterday also I was doing a past life session. So she has a lot of issues in this lifetime, of course. In the past, she saw that it was such a smooth, wonderful life. Like she felt no issues, royal life hai meri, literally royal life hai, and very happy. Everything is smooth, everything is happy, everything is going fine. So then she said, why is everything upside down over here? If there is no karmic build up over there, तो यहाँ पे मैं क्यों suffer कर रही हूँ इस lifetime में? इतनी सारी problems क्यों आई हैं? So what the answer came through was, we are not meant to have that smooth life because it does not allow growth. Growth is when you suffer, when you have to deal with things, when you have to use your mind, you have to use all your powers of raising yourself above your circumstances. That is growth. वहां पे आराम से बैठ के, शांति से बैठ के कुछ भी नहीं होता। वो फिर इस लाइफ टाइम में उसको पुश मिला है कि ओके नाउ डील विद दिस आल्सो, डील विद दैट, फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज, रिलेशनशिप इश्यूज, हर चीज से आप डील करो। आप सोचोगे कैसे निकलना है इसमें से, अपने आप को कैसे इंप्रूव करना है, देन यू आर ग्रोइंग, देन यू आर लिविंग, दैट इज जस्ट एग्जिस्टिंग। आई सेड दैट वाज योर हॉलिडे लाइफ टाइम, यू एंजॉयड योरसेल्फ, अब काम पे लगो, यहाँ पे काम करो आके, एंड सी हाउ यू कैन अपलिफ्ट योरसेल्फ। So then she said, yes, that seems to make sense after the session. So we are given those choices to improve ourselves. और नहीं करोगे कोई बात नहीं, if you don't take the right choice, आपको फिर घुमा के वापस, and we don't know what is the right choice. That is the whole point of it also. कि मुझे ये A करने से ज्यादा ग्रोथ मिलेगी या B करने से ग्रोथ मिलेगी, we don't know. Because life does not come with a handbook. कि you have to follow this path, ये सीखना है, वो करना है, वो इट्स ऑल अ हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड कि अच्छा देख लो जो होता है वो तो है, ही विल गाइड अस बैक टू द पाथ, वो तो हो ही जाएगा। सो इट्स नॉट दैट वी आर एग्जैक्टली पपेट्स कि जो वो करना चाहते हैं, करवाना चाहते हैं वो भी कर सकते हैं। हमारे पास कुछ लीवे होता है, वेरी लिमिटेड वन, बट स्टिल इट इज देयर। कुछ एब्सोल्यूट फ्री विल नहीं है, but if we are raising our consciousness, we can understand what that absolute free will is also, how we can connect to it. हर कुछ उनके ऊपर नहीं डाल सकते, हमारी choices भी होती हैं कि how are we being formed with by our life. But free will जो है, it is not valid for the unawakened people. It is for those who have achieved a higher state of consciousness. Only then free will matters to them, because then they're aligned to the universe and they're making the right choices. So anything else anyone would like to ask or add? Do you think that we should, like it should be an essential part of life, having free will? Or do you feel that only guidance will jaye aur sab kuch apne aap hota jaye? Yes, Vinay.
It looks like I'm the only one to talk. As you said, what this session has, making me open my wings, open my faculties of mind is, there's no question of free will or the destined will. It is all about connectedness towards the end. So when we are connected to the whole, and we understand, we get aware of what our minds, personality, ego, values, principles, so on and so forth. And we keep on dancing around this personality and who we really are. Because when we are connected to the source and we are who, and we understand through our experience that हम मैं ये हूँ, अनुभव से पता चलेगा कि हाँ मैं ये हूँ, तो सारी चीजें फिर अकॉर्डिंगली अलाइंड होती हैं, तो वो अपने आप ही डिसॉल्व हो जाता है। ये मेरा फ्री विल, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन तभी आता है जब हम पर्सनालिटी और ईगो में होते हैं। अरे मेरे हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है क्या? अरे मेरे हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है क्या? वो क्वेश्चन तभी आता है जब आप पर्सनालिटी और ईगो में होते हो। तो एक कोट है, मैंने कहीं सुना था, ये सही है कि आपके हाथ में कुछ नहीं है, इट इज ट्रू, देयर इज नथिंग इन योर हैंड्स, पर आपके हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है। आप कौन हो पहले वो जानो, पहले आप हो वो जानना जरूरी है, बजाय ये जानना कि आपके हाथ में कुछ नहीं है। आप जो सोच रहे हो कि आपके हाथ में कुछ नहीं है, वो आप हो ही नहीं। So because you're saying that there's nothing in your hand, that means you haven't understood of who you really are. What this conversation is opening up for me is that it's all about connectedness to the whole, aligned with the whole.
Raising your consciousness, yes.
And of course, when you raise your consciousness, you connect with the source, you are aligned, then you are all enjoying and dance with everything happening, good, bad, or what. Duality तो ईगो से ही आती है ना, क्वालिटी से तो पता चलता है यार मेरे पास फ्री विल है कि नहीं है, मेरे को नुकसान हो गया, सडनली कोविड आ गया, ऐसे मतलब मेरा फ्री विल है ही कुछ नहीं। और जो होता है गलत है, हाँ दिस इज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर अ यूनिवर्स टू चेंज एंड ट्रांसफॉर्म इटसेल्फ टू अनदर डायमेंशन, जाती हैं फिर। तो वो connectedness वाली जो चीज है वो I think this is something which is coming up for me. Yeah.
So choices if you're making out of ego, so then you're not connected to your consciousness is not right, you're not awakened. वो फिर ego में ही आप रह जाते हो. But it is essential also. Like don't reject the concept totally कि नहीं free will नहीं है, free will है और जरूरी भी है. So it's like वो ना एक तरह से balm मिल जाता है कि yes, possibility थी that something different could have happened. Or whenever you are stuck in suffering, so what we need to do is we need to try to change our story. कि अच्छा मुझे इस line of action में नहीं continue रखना, so I can exercise my free will over there to uplift myself. So life is all about that, to get better from to raise yourself higher from where you are. So then your connectivity to the universe also strengthens when you're making the choice to uplift yourself. The universe, आप 25% effort डालोगे, आपको the rest of the support you'll get from the universe. You just have to have that desire. Okay, I want to be in a better space from where I am. वो connectivity भी जरूरी है, और उसको then we can understand it. What is it that I want from life? Clarity बहुत जरूरी. और clarity आपके पास होएगी, then people are able to understand you know something. आपको जाके कुछ बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Your just way of living, your demeanor, everything shows it. Like there is a connection on it. अब जैसे कोई कहता है कि जी speaking the truth is very good. आप बच्चों को भी advice कर रहे हो, trying to teach them, but you yourself are not doing that. So who is saying speaking the truth? If some great saint, great sage, he says speaking the truth is what is necessary, you're ready to believe it. But when you see that somebody is speaking lies all the time and then he's advising you to speak the truth, you'll not accept it. What is truth then? So when you are in that space of awakened, in that awakened state, and you are exercising your free will, exactly. When you know yourself, you are able to exercise your free will in an authentic manner. वो फिर अपने ego में से choices नहीं ले रहे हो, आप connected होके choices ले रहे हो, and that becomes more authentic. Yes, that's very deep. It's nothing is in your hands. That is also there, but then everything is also in your hands, because you are the character on that stage out there. You are the one who is playing the role. So you are the one who has to take that instant decision at that moment. But how you're building up, science has also proved that free will kuch nahi hota. They've done experiments to show that by I was just reading an experiment the other day. They had made people tap, you just raise your left or right hand. कोई भी finger को tap करना है. And of course they were all connected to the same. And they were able to see the build-up. When did the thought come about lifting the left finger or the right finger? And then they realized that before that even thought came into their mind, there was a build-up prior to that, which was not in their awareness. So according to science, free will, kuch hota nahi hai. Everything is fixed, already fixed. So it can be your influences, your circumstances, or some higher power as well. But I think that free will, to some limit, we have it. And it is needed also, because then we are able to take responsibility for our life, that I have to make the right decisions. I have to do the right thing. Yes, anyone else would like to add something to that? Ashmi ji, yes, Uma ji.
I think जो भी सुपीरियर एनर्जी है, ये एलिमेंट्स हैं, उन्होंने एक प्लेटफॉर्म बना दिया है एंड फ्री विल एंड चॉइसेस दे दी हैं एंड कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस इस लाइफ में है, पास्ट लाइफ में, आगामी संचित या प्रारब्ध, ये हम नहीं बता सकते, ये मिस्ट्री रह गई है अभी. पर ये फ्री चॉइसेस यस है, पर कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस भी हैं, जहां तक मेरी समझ है. आई मीन कई लोग, जैसे आपने ठीक बोला, कई लोग कहते हैं कि हमने फ्री विल यूज की है, उस केस में मर्डर कर दें, रेप कर दें, तो समझ आता है कि फ्री विल के नाम पे अनड्यू एडवांटेज ले रहे हैं. पर कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हैं, चाहे लीगल हैं, चाहे कार्मिक हैं, चाहे नेक्स्ट लाइफ में हैं. My understanding, simple.
Yes. So that is sort of we all have that grace, that goodwill of the day. Even if somebody else's prayer, that is also the grace that we receive. Everything is set in place, but जो grace की वजह से हम आगे आराम से निकल जाते हैं. The divine grace is always there to help us move forward, to make the right choices. But अगर हम वो ही ना कि नहीं यही करना है, जिद पे करना है, तो we make those wrong choices to the right choices. And right choice क्या है कि it is going to help you grow. It is going to bring in that happiness or that bliss into your life. So thank you, Ashmi ji, for sharing that. Anyone else would like to share anything else?
Is Shabana there right now?
Yes, I'm here.
Shabana,
Should
please
be.
book my session for the deeper part for this. Can you book a session?
Yes.
I have more to share, but only in the session I will share.
So we can do it tomorrow, maybe.
Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I am traveling to Biltal.
Okay.
So next week. Next week could be the one. Yeah.
Great.
So if no more comments are coming, let's wind up then. Yes, absolutely. We are all divine, but okay, that we are in the divine. Yeah. Thank you, Neelam ji, for
Shabana, you can actually do tomorrow also. Yeah. I can
reminder.
go tomorrow. Shabana, you can actually do tomorrow also.
Okay, great.
Thank you everyone for joining and for listening. Yes,
Thank you,
Shabana ji, I
Meenu
think
ji.
we can right?
Actually, your internet got hanged. So, yeah. So, anyone wants to share anything before we close? So, I think, Meenu ji, I think everyone is done. So, thank you so much. And thank you.
Right.